By the early 1990s, the term supermodel was coined and used in direct reference to Naomi Campbell and a small group of fashion models turned international celebrities. Her iconic walk and work beyond fashion, championing diversity and amplifying various charities, elevated her beyond the runway. Naomi in Fashion is the first exhibition of its kind.
It's an honour, and I'm totally in awe of it and very grateful and feel very blessed.
What are you hoping people take away from the exhibition when they go along to see?
I want them to see the workmanship, the creatives that I've gotten to work with over these 4 decades, and the story, the narrative, and to understand me as a person more coming from me. You know, I never normally do that, and so this is a side where also appreciating the artisans, the work that thousands of hours of workmanship that goes into making the garments. Those artisans we need to appreciate because they're being less and less and less fewer around the world. And so for me it just takes my mind onto why I'm so focused on the emerging markets and wanting to help those creatives now and sharing my platform with them.
What do you think people will see of you that they don't already know? You mentioned that you'll be showing a side that they don't see.
There's quite a few things that I'm going to show that I've never shown.
The collection will comprise of pieces taken from different points in your career. So what's the story that's being told, and what's the significance of the pieces?
It's, you know, we've got a lot of the creatives who are with us, a lot of them who are no longer with us. And I tell the story behind each and every piece. I remember when I just being in the room with the clothes, I remember what the scenario was when I wore it, did the fitting for it, what the designer said to me, what happened during that show, what happened after the show, how did it become into my possession when they gave it to me. I remember all of that.
Amazing memory.
So my friends say.
It's a gift.
So my friends say.
We've got to talk about your legendary walk. What work goes into it? Why do you think it's so iconic?
It's like, for me, when I walk, every outfit is different. It's the outfit, it's the ambiance, it's the music, it's the whole surroundings. It's what the narrative of the show is about. And I'm so lucky that my time was when there was a lot of storytelling. And I got to be part of this real big fantasy, which I loved being a part of. And we got to see the outfits made from scratch, practically. So it really was couture in the real couture sense. And so this is the things that I'm sharing, because our relationships were so much more together with the designers. When they got awards for their designs and their brands, they would remember to invite us and keep us. They wanted us to share in that happy moment with them.
We were talking about your iconic walk, but there was one instance, which I'm sure you remember, where it let you down, and the heels let you down, and the Vivienne Westwood shoes.
Yeah, but can you call those heels? But you know what?
A foot high?
God bless her, and may she rest in peace. I loved Vivienne Westwood, loved her, loved her, loved her. She was a woman of integrity and did not suffer fools. And she stayed, she kept her dignity to the very end in terms of staying true to who she was. And I loved her for it. Those were her signature shoes, and if you didn't know how to walk in them, then learn. And I thought, so it means that was a lesson to me, never rest on your laurels, Naomi. Just because you can walk in other heels doesn't mean you can walk in those. I thought I could, and I learned the hard way. I couldn't, and I went down.
Are they in the exhibition?
They've been living in the V&A for years. They were in the V&A way before they ever thought of it. They'll be there in my show, but they have lived there longer than anything of mine.
And the exhibition highlights your continued work that you do with upcoming creatives. How important is that to you?
I mean, I love everyone coming to see my exhibition, but what I hope good that can come out of it is that we're going to discover some great new young talent from around the world.
In your career, what sort of challenges have you faced as a woman and as
we already know.
A black woman as well?
As a black woman, yes, we have faced those challenges. And for me, I was speaking earlier, it's like a way of life, because you become conditioned in a way to know you have to deal with it, to the point where you could preempt and kind of like be proactive to get it out of the way. And I found that a lot of things I dealt with that way. Like I would see it coming, so I was going to find a way to go around it, go over it, get through it. And that's what I did.
And you've actively worked for more diversity in fashion, haven't you?
I will stand for that. As long as I'm anything to do with this business, I will stand for that, because that is something that's, I think, it has to be maintained and it's ongoing. You can take 2 steps forward and you can take 1 step back. And we can't allow that 1 step back.
Do you think that it's moving forward in that direction?
I recently feel like it's gone 1 step back.
Why is that?
The way the world is right now. It's we are in a different time where people feel they can come out and just say how they feel, and it's whether you like it or not, it's just the hard reality.
You have been at the forefront of the fight for diversity. I just wondered what your thoughts were on Frank Hester when he said that seeing Diane Abbott made him want to hate all black women and that she should be shot. What were your thoughts?
Disgusted. Ignorance at its finest.
Is it depressing, those sort of sentiments, when you're...
No, it's not depressing to me, it drives me.
What do you think is responsible for your longevity, 4 decades in this industry, and you are still a highly sought after supermodel? Actually, I've read mega model is the way that you're being described now.
I don't know. But I do know that I cannot sit here and say to you, oh, we had a strategy and we followed it, because that's not true. A lot of people do believe that's what I've done. I had a strategy. No. When I wanted to stop for a while, I would stop. I wouldn't announce it. I'd just go and say, I'm going off to Africa, I'm going here, I'm going there. I just want to take time out. I do believe in all that you do, you still have to live your life. So even though I do what I do and it's a public job, I still live my life.
And just finally, is motherhood everything that you dreamt it would be?
It's great, thank you.
Has it completed you, do you think?
It's great, thank you.
Naomi, thank you so much
Thank you so much.
speaking
Thank
to
you.
us.